All right. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2, 3. And I told her not to put my bananas in the refrigerator. Oh. Ugh. All right. All right, well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Good morning. It is 7 a.m. on the East Coast. It is cool outside. Let's check it out. Alexa, what's the temperature outside?
Right now, it's 37 degrees. Today, expect a high of 60 degrees.
Oh, it's not bad. Alexa, thank you.
Of course.
Well, there we go. All right. Well, here we go. Now, what is going on, people? What is happening? Like I said, it's early in the morning. Go ahead and get your orange juice ready, your biscuits and gravy. Put that cheddar on them. And we got some stuff to talk about here, ladies and gentlemen. First things first, shout out to the early morning Let's Talk crew. Shout out to my little Amazon Alexa device. As it seems to be working well now. I had to go ahead and get some things done. Shout out to the PC community. I'm supposed to get linked back up to the person hopefully later today. And shout out to my mom. It's her birthday. She's 75. So shout out to my mom. That's why I'm up so early. We're taking her to the IHOP where we can do all you can eat pancakes. She's never been to IHOP before. So me and my brother are taking her there about 9:30 this morning. So here I am. And yes, I'm also going to get another ticket to go see Captain Marvel, hopefully at 2:30 today. That's my goal. I'm going for the 2:30 watch on Captain Marvel. So yeah, and I got home and I had like 7 to 10 questions about Captain Marvel. So because I'll make that part of a Q&A, so that will have some spoilers in there, just FYI. Very quickly about the movie. I thought the movie was good. I didn't think the movie was great. I thought that it's a typical entry into, it's an origin story. So it falls in the line of Ant-Man and Doctor Strange. Those are entry movies. And I expected to make roughly what those movies made. We talked about that last week, or last night, matter of fact, yesterday. So that's what I'm expecting it to make. I don't think it's going to do any more, any less than that. I think it's going to have a huge opening weekend. I think it'll have a decent drop on the second weekend, like all movies do. And then a third or fourth weekend, Dumbo. I don't know if people realize this Dumbo is coming out in a couple more weeks. So people will be going to see that. And that just be more money that Disney makes. So shout out to everybody that's going to go and watch that today, tomorrow, or sometime next week. Go enjoy it. And we'll get into it. So shout out to the people in the chat listening. What's going on, Ice Queen Gaming? Certainly hope you had a good International Women's Day. Sam Ash, JP Loco. It's 11 at night in Australia. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Well, that's a huge time difference then. I didn't realize how bad that was. So yeah, you can't believe they're doing a live action Dumbo. Yeah, and they live action Lion King. So yeah, that's coming. I think Lion King is coming out in the summer. So yeah, that's all gonna be there. What's happening, PlayStation Ghoul? So Materazzi, how you doing? So yeah, El Matador was happening. So yeah, they are doing that. So you love the cat. Yeah, I know the cat was funny too. So, but you can kind of see what they're doing because remember Thor called Rocket the raccoon, he called it a rabbit. So like maybe on Thor's planet, what Rocket looks like, they call rabbits. I mean, I'm not here to say it's like that, but there was a reason why he said the rabbit is correct, and he was like rabbit. so yeah, it's gonna be. It was funny. So yeah, JP Loco, that's what I got. Live action double. I'm not gonna go see it. But there were, oh my God, there were about 8 movie previews in front of my Captain Marvel movie. Now, when I went to the screening, there are no previews. The movie just starts. So, but they put 8, at least 20 minutes. All right, by the time, here's how concessions make money. You pretty much are finished with your food, whether it be popcorn or whatever you got. You're finished with it by the time the movie starts. It's pathetic. I mean, it's pathetic. But anyway, all right. So we'll get into it here. Let's start with some gaming news. It just happened while I was gone. I was at the movies yesterday. But Days Gone has gone gold. Days Gone is gone gold. It is due out April 26th. And so it's about the story of Days Gone. It's about survivors and what makes them human: desperation, loss, madness, betrayal, friendship, brotherhood, regret, love, and hope. And about how, when confronted with such enormous tragedy, hope never dies. Just like I hope one day to get over to England and have a beer with Ice Queen Gaming and the rest of the people in jolly old England, and I hope it never dies. I hope to get down to Australia too, go visit the Aborigines and all that stuff. So see, hope never dies. But shout out to everybody around the world watching. I see we got people in Australia. Shout out to all the people in Australia. Have some ribs on the barbie for me tomorrow. Shout out to everybody in England and Germany that's watching, and in the Asian Pacific realm. So Thailand, Korea, whether it's North or South Korea, Japan, China. Shout out to China and the Great Wall and all that kind of good stuff. So the threats are unique enemies, which are hostile drifters, marauders, and militia. Sounds like this ought to be pretty fun. It says Deacon must face a wilderness overrun by dangerous and evolving freakers. I don't know what a freaker is. Sounds like some chick I used to go out with in 9th grade. Her name was Eva. Anyway, as with any living creature, freakers eat, drink, hibernate, and build nests. Behaviors a Deacon must learn and adapt to. All right, fair enough. Oh, freaker. Freakers are humans infected with the virus that destroyed the world. I guess it's like it's got a herpes or something. So it says with a variety of types, from screamers to swarmers to mass hordes, freakers are constantly on the hunt for their next meal. And it says that's you. Human threats. Most survivors fled to the wilderness in search of safety. Some formed groups that roam the broken road looking to murder the helpless. Others lost their minds. In open world, trust no one, can keep your survivor skills. Yeah. In an open world, trust no one and keep your survivor skills sharp. So animal threats. So yeah, this is going to be cool. I think the animal threats are going to be fun. So it says a mountain lion, infected creatures like raggers and runners. Your chances of survival in the wilderness is only as good as your bike. Be prepared to fight and survive. That's what I'm talking about. So it says ancient lava flows scar and define the hazardous environments, delivering a breathtaking and diverse backdrop of regions to explore, from small towns to mountains to cliffs and river basins. Explore the beautiful but threatening world left in the wake of humanity's destruction. So again, this is a Sony exclusive game. It's by let's see here, Sony Ben Studios. So let's see what they can do with it. I'm not here to say it's going to be good or bad. I'm not knocking it. I'm just simply telling you what the deal is. We'll have to wait and see what's happening with it. But is Days Gone a game that you all think you're going to be getting? So Yeah, yeah, they're not calling them zombies. I don't know why. They look like zombies to me. So, but the people that created the game said, "Well, it's not a zombie game." Well, it looks like a zombie game to me, but all right, you know. So, Days Gone looks like it's the next big one. Nobody makes Barbie like us. Yeah, I know. I went to Outback here, and I got some. Ribs on the Barbie. Oh my goodness. They're not as good as the ribs in the South now. Let me make that clear. But those are the Australians, man. They know how to cook their ribs. I know that. So let's just put it like that. So they got some good food down there. So and they got a lot of crocodiles down there. So, so you want to be careful as well. Crocodiles are ambush creatures. So what does it mean a game going gold? It means it has a hard release date versus a soft one. So they'll say, I don't know, they'll say like, I'm trying to think. The Last of Us 2 has a Q3 release date. Okay. That means that it can release anytime in Q3. Then as we get closer to Q3, they'll say, okay, it's looking like a late November. Let's just say they say something like that, or they say late August. And then it's like, okay, late August. And then maybe in July or June, late June, they'll say it's gone go, which means it's ready to go. It's official. It's passed all the inspections, it's done. It's ready to go. That's all it means. So yeah, go means goes disc printing. So they're going to start print, which means they're printing the disc probably starting on Monday or Tuesday. I'm sure they had a big party yesterday. So they're going to be doing that on Friday, and then they'll have another QA test or QC test. They'll start setting up interviews. More than likely after MLB The Show, that'll be the next big game Sony starts pushing because we're into spring training already. You know, everybody's catching and pitching. So, you know, So Ice Cream said she had a good time last night. Cool. Days Gone is like the movie I Am Legend mixed with the show Walking Dead. Yeah, yeah. Except in what? I Am Legend, he was immune, wasn't he? I can't really remember because that movie was garbage. So it was garbage. So you're guilty of eating the pop. Yeah, I know, but JP Loco, that's what don't be mad because that's what they want you to do. Because guess what you're more likely to do when the movie starts? Go get more. And they're not stupid. They know that. You know, they know that. They're not stupid. So don't feel bad. I mean, I ate, and my food did not come out to the second review. And I had some Chipotle sliders. Don't you know, I had 4 sliders and fries. That I was finished eating before the movie started. That's how many previews it was. I mean, Dumbo, Frozen, which you expect Disney to push their own stuff. But it was Dumbo, Frozen, X-Men, Dark Phoenix, which does look interesting. They showed a bunch of movies. I mean, they showed that traditional early spring love story for you millennials, you know, which is garbage. I don't know what the hell y'all going through. So, you know, but I say that in jest. Like, if you are actually having some issues and stuff like that, and you need somebody to talk to, just hit me up, direct message me on Twitter, and I'll sit down and talk to you. You know, I'd rather you talk to me than do something stupid. So, yeah, but so I'm just kidding when I say that. I understand a lot of people don't have a lot of resource people to talk to. You got 8 previews. Yeah, that's what it felt like. I mean, I got so many. I mean, I ran out. I was like, man. What else did we get? Oh, Token, I guess, is going to be about the movie, as a movie about the guy that wrote Lord of the Rings. So I mean, they're making Elton John. They're making that. I didn't realize they were making an Elton John movie. You know, but musicals are on a roll. I mean, you know, so Bohemian Rhapsody won. The year before that, it was another movie that was musical that won. So you can expect more. And Elton John does have a hey, he's a peculiar individual. Like I said, you didn't grow up in the 70s and 80s like I did. Elton John was dominant on the radio. I mean, you couldn't get away from it. They played his stuff on adult contemporary. They played him on what they would call soul stations. You all don't have those anymore. But they played his music everywhere. You know, I still remember Benny and the Jets. And a lot of people got Billy Joel mixed up with Elton John. And my dad was a big Billy Joel fan. And he got Elton John confused with Billy Joel. He bought an Elton John album. He bought Elton John thinking it was it was like he thought it was Billy Joel, but it was something stupid. I was a little kid, but it was Benny and the Jets. That's when I first heard that. Benny and the Jets. It was just different, you know. So, but yeah, I know the previews. But so Days Gone. Here's what I want it to be. I want to have to go out there and like make alliances with people, with the NPCs, trade things, keep my bike upgraded. That's what I want. Okay, that's what I want. I don't want a game where my bike just runs all the time. I mean, I'll give it some leeway that you don't have to put gas in it, especially on the normal level. But when we get to that hard level, I want you to have to go get gasoline. You know, so or something like that, you know, because they were going to do that in Grand Theft Auto. They were going to go ahead and make you pay for gas. That originally that was part of Grand Theft Auto, and then they changed it to I'm talking about Grand Theft Auto 5. Then they changed it to what did Rockstar say? They went from saying, well, we'll just go ahead and take the money from your from what you got in the game. And then they went away from it. You know, but they had a mechanism where you were gonna have to go to the gas station for your car and all that kind of stuff. Because they wanted you to use all three characters, but they changed it. You know, they changed it. So, you know, which is cool. So, you know, yeah, the world comes for you. Yeah. So you know. But you know, it is what it is. Billy Joel did Why Should I Worry and Oliver and Company. And yeah, We Didn't Start the Fire. Yeah, he did do We Didn't Start the Fire. That was until the 80s. So I think that was in the mid to late 80s. Billy Joel was on a roll. Remember, he married was it Christy Brinkley? He married her and did the song Uptown Girl. And I mean, he was on fire in Uptown Girl. I mean, you know, so that was still to this day one of the better songs. So gave the blue collar guy thinking that we had a chance with the Uptown Girl. That's what it was about. So, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I'm gonna go get Devil May Cry today. I'm waiting for my let's see here. Okay, yeah. Let me put yep. Podcasting now. So yeah. So he wants to log me back into So we go do that here shortly. Because this is a let's talk. So I'm gonna talk for a few and then I'm gonna jump off here. And you all, like and share the video. And I'm gonna try to do some streaming this morning. So after this podcast. But here we go. But how many of you all plan on getting Days Gone, and how many of you are going to definitely get it? Like if you're definitely going to get it, type in the number 1. If it's something that you're thinking about getting, type in 2. And if there ain't no way in hell you're going to get this game, type in 3. Okay, so 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 what do we got there? Because for me, it's a 1. I've already ordered it. So, so Ice Queen is getting it. She's a 1. Sam Ash is getting it. So, because replaying God of War, you haven't had a chance to play. I haven't either. I'm going to try to play Devil May Cry, like I said, this morning, or download it this morning. And also, can we go ahead and play that Call of Duty game, that first Call of Duty game? I want to go ahead and, I guess, Modern Warfare. I want to play that. Not online. F the online. I love that story in that game. So, one with conditions. What's the condition there, Christopher? So, 5 always support Japanese games. Well, Days Gone is from Sony Ben. Is That's in California, right? So overdone, always money constraints. The game comes out in April, so I'm telling you right now, yeah, you can. It comes out the end of April too. Oh look, if I can afford it, I know you guys can. So this is the one good thing about buying physical instead of digital is that you just can't keep going in there. And a friend of mine, he goes to GameStop every payday, and he'll put $5 to $10 on the same GameStop card. And then when all the games come out, he may have $80, he may have $120, and he just gets the games that he can. So, but yeah, that's it. There you go. Yeah. So, yeah, Sony should release Ghost late this year. Okay, well, I don't know. So I do not know. Oh, you mind a collector's edition? Cool. JP Local going full bore. Game of the year for Devil May Cry 5. All right. I've heard nothing but good things about it. Oh, I also got a dress. Let's see here. Okay. All right. I got to find this guy's name here. Then I'll move on to the next subject. Let's see. Okay. I don't know if it's Tron by Fire. So as far as the reconstruction of Devil May Cry on the Xbox X, they never say what the original pixel count is on Devil May Cry 5. All they say is that the final pixel count is 2160p through reconstruction, which is checkerboarded. So it's not a native picture. And yes, you can have a native picture at 1800p, but it upscale to 4K through a checkerboard. I don't know why people are still having issues with that. Okay, that way your final output count is 2160p because they're cloning the native pixels. But for some reason, people they don't understand that. And maybe I didn't explain it well. That's fair enough. I may not have explained it well, but it's simple. You have a native output, and then you have a final output. Okay, that's it. You have a native output, you have a final output, and the native output may be, like I said, 1790p. But then you run it through a checkerboard, and then they can get it to 2160p. That's just the way it is, you know. So, I don't know how else to explain checkerboard rendering. So, Xbox still running with this remote plays. It's like, well, but we know it's not, Sam. So, and I said this, and shout out to Titanfall Princess on RGT. And go check out RGT yesterday. I had to dip about 6:15, but go check it out. Titanfall Princess is right. It's not xCloud. Even Slow-Mo, shout out to Slow-Mo Backslap, he came on and said it's a reach. It's just something that they need to say that makes them feel relevant. And that's what this is all about. This is all about them trying to stay relevant. You know, remote play has been around since the PS3. I mean, according to the documentation, since the PS3. So there's no, and this is just more remote play. You know, so I don't get it. We showed that yesterday on this podcast, and I pulled that video up from 2014. Okay, I'm just I don't know what else to say. So, but Titanfall Princess is right, and I said this to Ryan just to kind of back up what she said. It's now you don't have to address everything that comes out of the Xbox community. I mean, you just don't. You know, it's okay not to address everything. It's you know, they are because nobody's this stupid. They are choosing to be this way. They're doing it on purpose. So just ignore them. Okay, do not give them the power because that's what they want. Okay, Sony has had remote play since PS3. This is this remote play. That's the end of the discussion. If they want to say it's something else, let them wallow in their own bullshit and ignorance. Let them do it. You're just gonna have to, because like Forrest Gump says, stupid is what stupid does. You know? So yeah, and remote play is not like xCloud. It's nothing like xCloud, but it's They need to say that this is the way things are going. Microsoft's in the forefront. It's a way to stay relevant. It's a way to stay relevant. You know, so it is what it is. So, you know, Xbox gamers will say it's native 4K. Stop. What's native 4K? So, why the early stream? Well, it's my mom's birthday and we're taking her out to breakfast. That's why. And I'm going back to the movies. So I have to be up early to try to go down and get a ticket. That's pretty much it. So, you know, and I'm trying to the guy that I share Steam with, or the sharing Steam with me. Let's see here. I'm done in I'll give us 30 minutes. Thanks again. So again, I gotta log. I guess to log back into Steam, he's gotta log me back into his account. So that's where I'm at now. But anyway, not the end of the world. Devil May Cry, but it's not. They say it's not. They being Digital Foundry, they being NX Gamer, they being Candyland. So it's not, and we just move on. Okay. So, but yeah, I mean, I gotta put this one on. You know, I gotta, you know, you got. It's no different than somebody. I don't know. Say somebody who's a big Alabama fan saying that they lost to Clemson. What was the score? 41-16. But then they'll turn it around saying, well, Clemson beat us, but I still think we have the better football team. Yeah, you don't get beat like that if you got the better team. You're the second best team. That's who you are. You know, it's okay. Still the SEC champ, still the Western Conference champs of your, you know, divisional champ, but that's all you, but that's for sure. You're not the national champ. So, but yeah, sometimes you just gotta let people be stupid. And you know, when I see people say the Xbox community is this and it's that, it's like they lie all the time. And it's like, well, if you know they're lying, why do you care? You know, it's just like when I was talking about the man babies. Now, you know, it's funny to kind of watch them as they change their stories. Now the new man baby story is Marvel is that Disney said Captain Marvel was going to make $1 billion. So I simply put down, please show a link where Disney said this movie is going to make $1 billion, because Disney never says how much a movie. I mean, they never said that. I'm talking about, it doesn't matter what movie it is. I said, so please show a link, and then all of a sudden they go away. You know, it's like, yeah, because you're just talking bullshit. And that's what I'm calling. And I'm like, I mean, look, the tracking just came on 2 weeks ago. And so all Disney has said is all the tracking is for about $100 million. That's it. That's all Disney has said. You know, but that's, you know, it's just they're so full of shit that, you know, and the Xbox community, they want to be able to say Sony has no exclusive games. They're putting games on different devices, even though they've been doing that for like 10 to 15 years. I mean, that's all I can say. I mean, they've been doing that for 10 to 15 years. They had games on multiple devices, you know. So, you know, and you know, so it is what it is. So, and like I said yesterday on RGT, Microsoft is creating an option where you don't need an Xbox. All Sony did was create more options on devices that you can play, which they've already done. So I can't say they created it, but Sony just did that. You know, you still need a PS4. I assume with remote play, you still need a PS4. Now, if they come out and they say you no longer need a PS4 to use remote play, then it becomes like xCloud. So, you know, it is what it is. So, so yeah, but we'll move on to the next one here, because I'm going to do the Captain Marvel Q&A. And this will have some spoilers in it. I'm just going to choose 6 questions that I got from the movie, and then I'm going to answer those questions. And then if you all have any questions, I'll answer them. and then that'll be it. I'm gonna log on to Steam and log back into Steam and start playing. I'm gonna play Metro and Shadow of the Tomb Raider and stuff like that. At least till 9 o'clock this morning. Then I'll be, I'll I'll be getting in my truck and rolling around. But all right then. So one of the questions I got is, how powerful is Captain Marvel? Okay, she's extremely powerful. She's the most powerful character in the MCU. Okay, period. That's according to Kevin Feige, not something I'm pulling out of my ass. You can pull up those quotes on Google or Yahoo or Bing. She's the most powerful character to date. To date. Now, that doesn't mean that there won't be somebody else coming when they go Cosmos. Okay. Let's see. So that answers the first question. The second question: why was the Tesseract found by Howard Stark or not? Answer: yes. The Tesseract, which is we all know as the Space Stone, which is blue, is in this movie. Basically, what had happened was Howard Stark was trying to research it, and he couldn't get it to do what he wanted it to do. So then Nick Fury came up with a suggestion saying, well, obviously there's more threats out there, so let's make weapons. Now, if you go back to the first Avengers movie, this is when Captain America came into that room and said, well, Nick, why are you all trying to make weapons with Hydra tech? Okay. So that paid that off. Also, the name of the project that Nick Fury and them were working on, that S.H.I.E.L.D. was working on, is called Project Pegasus. This, again, is a payoff because Project Pegasus is, if you go back to the first Avengers movie, when Loki comes in and they get away and the base explodes, that's the Project Pegasus base. They were working with the Tesseract, but by working with it, Thanos found it. When Thanos found it, he sent Loki to come get it for him because Thanos was too busy being Thanos. So and that's the end. That's how that pays off. I don't want to give away too much. So, listen, Xbox One X has no VR. That's the bottom line, but it doesn't. So that's just about, it doesn't. That doesn't mean the next one won't have some kind. So Mario said Captain Marvel was a mixed bag. Fine. I mean, again, that's pretty much. Again, I don't know what else to say. Yeah, that's pretty much what you can expect it to be. I mean, it's not, I don't think Captain Marvel is great. I think it's good. It's better than Captain America First Avenger. It's better than Doctor Strange and Ant-Man. I didn't think it was as good as Iron Man or Black Panther. But it was better than the other ones. It was better than Incredible Hulk with Ed Norton. I mean, that was trash. I mean, that was straight garbage, so, but it made money. I mean, but it's just not a good movie to me. And, it doesn't mean that if you liked it or you thought it sucked, fine. Art is subjective. I can see a painting and be like, that's the most beautiful thing in the world. And you'd be like, man, that looks like straight garbage, so, so yeah. What was up with the cat? All right, the cat is a cat to us, but it's actually an alien called a flurkin, and how it eats things is that it stores them in like an alternate dimension and digests it really slow. So that's it. That's what it was. I mean, so that's what that cat was and all that. And I didn't think the cat was that big a deal. I thought the first time it ate something, it was funny. I thought the second time it ate something, it just wasn't as funny. It just wasn't, because the joke was over, and they went back to it a second time. And for me, it didn't land the second time. The first time I laughed at it. Number 3. Let's see here. Oh, number 5. I'm sorry. So we're closing in. Let's see here. So number 5 here. Ah. Let's see here. Why is Captain Marvel called Captain Marvel? Because she's an Air Force captain. Okay, she's an Air Force captain. That's it. So, and she's a test pilot as well. And the reason why she's a test pilot is because back in the 90s, women were not allowed to fly combat missions. That's new. Women just got approved to fly combat missions. So again, they were accurate to that. They were accurate to that. And so she's a real captain based on her rank. Captain America is not. He's a captain in name only. He's not a true captain. So remember, when he volunteered for the program that made him Captain America, he was just a recruit. So he was still a private. So he just was. I mean, that's just the way it is. So let's see. This is actually a pretty good question. Can you explain the history of the Tesseract? Okay. All right. Here's the history of the Tesseract, which is the blue cube looking thing. Okay. History of the Tesseract goes like this. I have to close my eyes to visualize it. Okay. So, there's 6 singularities that create 6 different stones. So at one point, the space stone, which is the blue one, comes into, all right, somehow the Asgardians get their hands on this. Nobody knows how. So when the Dark Elves invade Earth, Earth is attacked in the Norway region of the planet. Odin comes in with Hela and with the Tesseract, or they use the Tesseract to travel here, not the Einstein-Rosen bridge. They use the Tesseract to come in. They defeat the Dark Elves. The people in that region think they are gods, and they build a cathedral dedicated to them. This is where the whole Norse mythology comes from. So you saw Norse mythology if you played God of War 4. That was based in Norse mythology. So Thor, Loki, Odin, Hela, there's references to all of them. So because Odin was so impressed by them, by how fast the humans were adapting and things like that, he left the cube here, the space stone here. The space stone is now on Earth. The Asgardians go back to Asgard. It is then found by the Germans during World War II, by the guy as Red Skull. Okay, now the Germans have it. They're manufacturing weapons with it. So the weapons division of Nazi Germany is called Hydra. Okay, the Hydra, that's who Captain America is fighting in Captain America First Avenger. Where did Hydra get their weapons? Well, they were using the Space Stone to manufacture weapons, okay? So now we're into World War II, so we're into the 40s. Long story short, Captain America defeats Red Skull, the Space Stone activates, Red Skull gets sucked to Monvere, wherever they were. In the Infinity War movie, we see him again. Captain America crashes the plane, and he goes on ice. Howard Stark, Tony Stark's dad, finds the Tesseract, and then he starts to try to crack the Tesseract, okay? He's having trouble doing it. He goes to another scientist named Hank Pym. Hank Pym is Ant-Man, the original Ant-Man, okay? Not Scott, all right? So, but S.H.I.E.L.D. now has the cube, okay? S.H.I.E.L.D. now has the cube. Ant-Man, Hank Pym quits. Okay, if you watch the first Ant-Man movie, you'll see Hank Pym beat up somebody from S.H.I.E.L.D. and he quits. So now Howard Stark is stuck with this device, the Tesseract, and he can't crack it. His next best scientist is Dr. Lawson, who is in the movie that we just saw with Captain Marvel. But it turns out Dr. Lawson is a pink skinned Kree who is on Earth, and she's researching the Tesseract to try to make a light speed engine. They put the light speed engine to test. They don't get to test it. They get, they being Dr. Lawson and Carol Danvers, as you know her as Captain Marvel. Okay, so Captain Marvel, being a test pilot, goes up into space with this plane to test it, and they get attacked. They crash land on Earth. When they crash land, the engine blows up. When the engine blows up, because it's manufactured from the space stone, it activates Carol Danvers' Kree. She doesn't have Kree DNA. It activates her innate, listen to this word, mutant ability. She has an innate, so Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, is the first mutant to be introduced into the MCU without them calling her a mutant. Okay, same way with Scarlet Witch. They're going to say it's the exact same method, but Carol Danvers is the first mutant we see. And then because she gets blown up in the plane, she survives that. She goes ahead and they take her off world, they being the Kree, because they captured her. They infuse her with Kree blood, and she loses her memory. And that's where we pick up with Captain Marvel. The Tesseract is still on Earth. The Tesseract gets given back to Nick Fury. Nick Fury creates Project Pegasus, or he continues with Project Pegasus. Since he's continuing with Project Pegasus, he's got no scientists there. He goes around and starts recruiting scientists from around the world. One of the people he runs into eventually is Jane Foster. And Jane Foster, is Thor's girlfriend. Now you should be up to date. Okay. Jane Foster's girlfriend Jane Foster is a scientist who's being proctored by that kind of older guy. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. Erskine, Dr. Erskine or Erskine or something like that. So he recruits Dr. Erskine after the first Thor movie, and Dr. Erskine is working on the Tesseract when Loki comes in Avengers. That catches you up on the Tesseract. So that's exactly what it was. Captain Marvel was originally Miss Marvel. Well, it used to be a Miss Marvel and a Captain Marvel because the person that created Miss Marvel went to go work for DC. So they were like, well, there's no way we can have the same character over here in DC called Marvel, because you are a competitor. It's not like Xbox creating things for everybody. So DC says, we'll call our character Shazam. Okay? We'll just call our character Shazam. You all can keep Captain Marvel. Well, by the time all that happens, Stan Lee had created Miss Marvel. Okay? So then now they got it. Now they have a Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel. Can't have them both. So now they retconned it and said, well, you all got Shazam, who's a man. We'll make Captain Marvel a woman. And then we'll make Miss Marvel. We'll keep her as a woman. Then they have to retcon her. So now she's been retconned. Now Miss Marvel, we showed you, is Kamala Khan. So it's that simple. So, it is what it is. So, what's up there, Players United? Yeah, I did think the way Nick Fury lost his eye, which was funny because when everybody first saw the commercial for Captain Marvel, they saw that cat. They were like, wouldn't it be funny if the cat scratched his eye and that's how he loses his eye? It was like a joke, but that turned out to be what really happened. So, it is what it is. So, but let's see what else we got here. Yep, so that's true. Yep, Days Gone is gold. Okay, how the Cube get into this movie? I just explained it, Sam Ash. You got Captain Marvel is happening in 1995. It's not happening like up to date. It's 1995. So if you go in order with the MCU, it should be Captain America: First Avenger. Then you should watch Captain Marvel. Then after Captain Marvel, you should watch The Incredible Hulk, the one with Ed Norton. After you watch Incredible Hulk, you should watch Iron Man. Then after Iron Man, we'll see, Hulk came out after Iron Man, but so watch Iron Man, then watch Hulk. Okay. After you watch Iron Man and Hulk, go back to watch Iron Man 2. Then after you watch Iron Man 2, go watch Thor. After you watch Thor, watch the first Avengers movie. Then that's phase one right there. That, you know, you're still into phase one, you know. And so then I think what happened after the Avengers, I think was Guardians of the Galaxy. Didn't that come out next? So, but that's kind of the way that went down. So, you know, you have, then they did Iron Man 3, you know, they did Iron Man 3. And they came back, I think after Iron Man 3, they did Thor Dark World, which was trash, straight trash, you know. So, but yeah, you just did stuff like that, you know. Then after Iron Man 3, there was Captain America, Winter Soldier, which is still one of the best movies I've seen. It's just a great movie. So, but yeah. So, all right, we'll go over these leaked PS5 dev kit specs. And this is not from Luwafa. So we're just going to go over this real quick. And it says here, Miss Marvel is a Marvel character. She was in Marvel Ultimate. Yeah, she is a Marvel character. Now she is, yeah. So we're going to go over the PS5 spec leak. So, yeah, he trusted a cat. Yeah, that's yeah. And again, either you get the joke or you don't. Now, to me, it wasn't. I thought Nick Fury lost his eye in battle, according to the comic book, but they retconned it, and he lost it because of the cat. That's, you know, yeah, you just got to. That's it. That's what they went with. I don't like that aspect of it, but that's a writing thing. That has nothing to do with if Captain Marvel was a good movie. I just thought that was a little hokey, but that's it. Yeah, but that, Sam, yeah, we just explained why the cube got there. So, you know, Winter Soldier is Marvel's best movie for me. It's one of the best solo movies. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I still think Iron Man and Black Panther is one of the best solo movies. I mean, for an origin story, but by far, the Winter Soldier is as far as a follow-up movie. That is the best follow-up movie, way better than Iron Man 2. And way better than Ant-Man and Wasp. And those are really the only movies that have follow-ups. So, you know. Yeah, for Spider-Man, the Noir suit. Yeah. Iron Man 1 is third for you. Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's like I said, it's fun to be able to sit through and watch this. And you know, when they go cosmic, they're going to introduce the Eternals, the X-Men. You know, all that's coming. Maybe Quasar, maybe the Nova Corps. I mean, it's all available to them at this point. So, and again, and also, you're no longer going to have a lot of Marvel movies that hit, you know, $200 to $300 million in production. You're just not. So, I mean, it's not that Disney does not have the money, and you can imagine when tickets go on sale, when they go on sale for the Avengers movie, it's gonna. I'm telling you right now, if you're gonna go, you need to go to the theater to get your tickets. You know, because of the because it's gonna crash the internet. Everybody knows that. So. Oh, you love Noir, Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse? Yeah, Spider-Verse is out now for digital, and I think it comes out at the end of the month for to buy. So, yeah, JP Local, yeah, no issue with me on those 3 movies. I loved all of them. Yeah. See, I thought the Captain America movies were better than the Iron Man movies, except for Iron Man 1. I mean, I got Captain America here. I haven't even opened it yet, but I got that here. I bought that on Wednesday. So I'll probably watch it. I'll probably watch it later tonight. So yeah. But all right. So PS5 spec leaks. So here we go. Now you all can guess what kind of CPU this is. So it is allegedly, now this is the dev kit specs. Allegedly, question mark, take with a block of salt. I mean, this is my version. I've turned it into Matt's gaming at this point on this pure speculation, but because this comes from the guy that allegedly leaked these specs for a Nintendo system. So this is what he said the PS5 dev kit is. So here we go. The CPU as follows. 3.2 GHz Zen 2. Okay. 8 cores and 16 threads. So I don't know what that means, but there you have it. So I believe this matches something called the Ryzen 2600. And I could be wrong. It's close to it. But I don't know if the Ryzen 2600 is like 3.9. So, but I thought this was an APU. So, and if it's an APU, this is a different kind of APU. So is what it is. You like Civil War, but you really wanted it to follow the comic book storyline. Well, yeah, but they didn't have access to the X-Men, Sam. So I mean, they just don't. So I mean, they got the Registration Act in there. That comes from the comic book. Iron Man being pro-government, that's from the comic book. Captain America leaving, that's from the comic book. But yeah, Civil War, it had all kind of, had the Punisher in it and everything. Punisher was, yeah. So this, had Punisher, Daredevil, and all of them were in it. So they were fighting, yeah. So 8 cores and 16 threads. I don't know what that means, but this is all alleged, right? So the GPU is something called a full NAVI GPU with some new architecture in there. So 12.6 to 14.4 TFLOPS. The clock speed is unknown. So, yeah, Mario. See, Marvel sold all their A properties. I mean, the X-Men were A properties. They sold Spider-Man. That was all an A property. And you got to understand, when they sold X-Men, that's like 1,500 characters within their universe that were gone. And Spider-Man has over 800 in his universe they can't use. Now they have access to some of them because they're in that shared agreement with Sony. So, but it is what it is. So, all right, but the memory is 20 to 24 GB GDDR6, 880 gigabyte or GB/S, 3 to 4 GBs to run the OS. So that's allegedly the PS5 leak. So that's the dev kit leak, and I don't know if it's true or not. I've been told that the PS5 is supposed to be more powerful than a Lockhart, and then Microsoft, like within a year or two, and maybe 2 years, they're going to release the Anaconda after the Lockhart. So that's my understanding, but it could change. My God, it could change. So well, I like this though. So Sam says, if you really look at why they wanted to have the registration, nothing in that movie warranted government intervention. Well, it wasn't that it was intervention. It's like Captain America said. He said, what if we need to go somewhere and then they don't let us? That was Steve signing it was simple. It was, and then what happened, then Tony Stark put Wanda Maximoff on house arrest, and that was like, no, she's a kid, so you can't do this. So why did Marvel sell themselves? Yeah, they were, exactly. They were in horrible financial trouble. They had made Howard the Duck. Howard the Duck bombed to the point where it cost them a lot of money. So Sony swooped in there and bought Spider-Man. That's all they bought. They offered Sony all the characters, like the entire MCU, it. They offered all that to Sony for $27 million, and Sony turned it down. So, I mean, think how much money Sony would have had, And so what happened was, so Sony bought Spider-Man, and that's how we got the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. And Fox, the studio, Fox bought X-Men. Okay, that's how that broke down. But in between X-Men and Spider-Man, with the universes, it's 2,000 characters that Marvel that we're seeing did not or does not have access to. So who did they keep? You're going to ask. Well, they kept Captain America, Iron Man, and Hawkeye, Black Widow, and Thor. So who were their first movies? They don't control Incredible Hulk. That's Universal that has Incredible Hulk. So, so that's the way that worked. All this kind of came back out again when the Spider-Man PS4 video game came out. Because this is when I was literally just trying to explain to people. I don't know if you all remember. I was explaining that deal about as clear as I could. I mean, it was right there in front of people. They were still being argumentative, saying that Sony owns the movie rights, but not the comics, and the comics fall under the video game falls under comics. And I said Sony owns the intellectual property, so they have to sign off. Now they give Marvel a blank sign off when it comes to comics, but there's a reason why Spider-Man's comics they don't have Peter Parker. So Marvel invented Miles Morales. And again, when they were negotiating with Sony tried to come in there and play hardball with them. And Kevin Feige said, well, we'll just use Miles Morales. At which Sony turned around and said, well, everybody knows Peter Parker is the real Spider-Man, and people won't go see your version of Spider-Man. And Kevin Feige looked at her and said, yes, people will go see it because everybody's watching everything that we make. And pretty much Sony had to back down. Sony backed down after that. So you took Captain America's side when I was reading the issue. Yeah, I did too. So would have felt more gripping if they started it with the kids going after that dude. Well, I mean, again, that was they're mutants, so they replaced the kids with what? Wanda Maximoff killing those people in Wakanda. You know what I'm saying? So that's how they retconned that part, because they didn't have access to the character. So they gave you the same as innocent people dying, but yeah, they're not going to kill a bunch of kids. I mean, that was Nitro that did that, and it was just who was chasing Nitro? Was it the Runaways? I can't remember it because it's been such a long time. Because there's been like 3 Civil Wars. Civil War II, that was Captain Marvel was in that. She was fighting Tony Stark. She tore him a new one. So, but yeah, it's been a while. I can't remember who did that. Yes, so Sony has already indicated to Disney that they're going to let them re-up. Yeah, they're fine. They're fine. Right now, everybody's making a lot of money, and as long as everybody's making money, everybody's going to smile. I mean, the next Spider-Man movie comes out, what was it, May or June? But in order, we got Captain Marvel now, we get Shazam, we get Infinity War, we get the Joker movie, we get the Spider-Man movie, and I think in the fall is Wonder Woman coming out. Is it Wonder Woman 84? I can't remember if that's this fall or if that's next spring. So what's up, KOP 901? How you doing, young man? How you doing? So straight ahead there. So so yeah. But yeah, I took Tony Stark's side too. And not Tony Stark's side, I took Cap's side. So, but it was much bigger. I mean, you had like Susan Storm. Yeah. So Johnny Storm got beat up at that bar. And then about a month later, Susan Storm went back there and was flirting with one of the guys that beat him up. And she got him outside and she beat the shit out of him. I mean, she beat the shit out of him. I mean, oh, you going to work today? Oh, no. Yeah. Was that issue 7 or 8? I thought that was issue 8. So what's up there, Brigadier William Wilderbeest? Oh my gosh. So where are you at? Meridius? That sounds like some type of inflammation. So certainly hope you're okay there. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't worked a weekend since September. So, so yeah, issue 7. Yeah, I can't really remember. It's if you all want to know what Sam's talking about, there's a guy called Comics Explained. If you go to his page, his YouTube page, he does an audio of Civil War. And it's a bunch, but man, oh man. Man, oh man, it was something else. But you had the Fantastic Four fighting. You had Black Panther. He was whooping people's asses. I mean, it was a good ass comic book. So you're on an island off the eastern coast of Africa, the Indian Ocean. Wait a minute, is that island that is that island where that tribe is and be killing people that go to the island? Yeah, Comic Historian is good too. Comic Historian actually I was on a he emceed a panel at a Comic-Con I went to in Chicago. He is outstanding. So, oh nope, you're not near that island. You know the island I'm talking about? So, can't think of the name of that island. So, is Spidey getting beat down? Yeah, you're right. Lincoln Clay, what's happening, brother? What's going on with your PC, Lincoln Clay? All right, because Ryan was talking about it yesterday. My advice, take it back and get a different one. I mean, take it back before, because if you try to do a bunch of stuff to it, they may say you voided out your warranty. Just take it back to them and say, look, I'm bringing it back. I'm going to get something different, and I want you to test it, before I get it out of here. There you go. Is this GT Sports in 8K? No, it's not, but GT Sports, it will be in 8K. So, can tell people that. Oh, you're close to Madagascar? Okay. All right, let's see if we can pull that up. Let's see, what's the name of that again? Mauritius. So it's called Mauritius Island. And pull that up and see where you are. Well, it's right here. Wow, it's beautiful out there. Let's go ahead and pull this up here. Everybody can see. Well, we're using the honor system here. There's no way to prove you're there, but that's where he is. Right here. Are you in Flint and Flat or Port Louis? Wow. Yep. There. Well, yeah, he's right there. Cool. Oh, wow. I didn't realize how big the Indian Ocean was. See, that island is somewhere over here. They call it Gangster Island. It's protected by the Indian Navy. Wow. It's beautiful there, though. Look at this, people. Look at these pictures. Wow, this is where my man is at. Or this is where he says he is, okay? Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful, man. I mean, well, shout out to you, man. I don't know how you found. Can you tell us how you found the channel? Or did you just kind of stumble upon it, which is cool? But let's look at the people. Well, it's not showing me what the people look like. What the hell? Let's see here. No, we got the satellite open. That's pretty cool, though. All right. Well, I appreciate you being here. Oh my God, there's something called La Tampon. Oh my God. Oh, you took it back. The SSD failed. Oh no! Did you get enough? Did you get another one, Lincoln? Did you get you something different, or are you gonna build one? Oh, you live there. It's 5 o'clock there. Oh, you follow the community. Okay. All right. Well, damn, it's 5 o'clock where you are, and it was 11 o'clock in Australia. So, wow. JP Local likes to move it. So, all righty. Wait a minute. If you all's Alan gets attacked, who's going to protect you? Who's you all's yeah, it's beautiful. I want to see what the people look like though. I like the cultures around the world. Let's see here. There's Maritas. People. Oh, cool. Wow. The hell? Why they got Australian flags? Hey man, I may be visiting there, man. You got some beautiful looking women there. Wow. Man, oh man, I bet you're busy up over there. Wow. Wow. Let me show the people what we got here. I'm impressed. Oh man, these women are beautiful. Wow. So you sent somebody to Miss Universe? Woo wee. Hey man, I mean these women are fine. God damn. Wow. It says you all have a woman president over there. Is that her? Wow. I mean, that's I gotta get over there. I don't know about this though. I couldn't handle all these screaming kids. You're gonna have to come help me out on that one. Wow. I mean, just that is a beautiful culture over there. Stunning. Stunning. Look at that. Those are people listening to my podcast, right? And please tell me to listen to podcasts. Oh, beautiful, beautiful people, brother. Thanks for stopping by. What's you all's official language over there? They sent it out 2 to 4 weeks. Oh my God. I would be blowing that place up. Will there ever be X-Men movie? And then yes. Yeah, it'd probably be about 5 years, but yes. You're an expatriate there? When did you move over there, yo? So, merci. So you speak French? So, someone getting a hard drive. You speak French and English, so I can just go over there and start talking to people. But see, this is why I tell people to learn French and English, because remember what I told you all? Those are the main languages of commerce. I'm glad this gentleman's here to prove it. So an expatriate, why did you move? Are you from the United States? Or are you from the beautiful nation of Africa? So I got sidetracked here. So you don't have to answer that. I'm kind of blown away by it. So yeah, Australia's got beautiful women too. I mean, no, they do. So, well, yeah, I'm not going to go to Gangsta Allen either. So it's I can't get it. So someone, yeah, Gangsta Allen is something else. So there's beautiful women all around the world. We all know that, but it's good to get a good woman and settle down, and she can buy you a flat screen TV, and you go from there. Good stuff. But shout out to you, brother, for following the channel. Appreciate it, and share it over there on the beautiful island. So you're from West Africa, okay? All righty. Well, congratulations, and that's beautiful over there. See, y'all, I'm gonna leave. Y'all gonna make me leave and go over there. So, are you a sub, Mr. Wildebeest? Did you sub yet? So, you speak both because your grandmother from and are mostly French European, African descent. Hey, that's great. See, I don't speak French, and it's harder to learn those languages as you get older. But I am trying to learn some Portuguese, and I do want to start learning a little bit of French. I mean, if I go to France, I may not be going to France now. Or not France. I may not go to England now. England may take an L. I may be going to this island. You know. So, oh, you already subbed? Oh, great, great. Well, man, tell your friend. I mean, if you don't mind, could you tell your friends over there, the men and the women? And if you ever want to jump onto the podcast, you're more than welcome to, because I like talking to people from around the world. And this is great, people. So see, we've had somebody from England here. We've had somebody from the Pacific Rim here. We've had somebody from, so we got Europe, we got Australia, and now we got this beautiful island. I mean, it's just beautiful people on that island. So, and we got this island now. They've all come in to join us because we got a nice little podcast. It's international. I mean, this is amazing to be able to sit here and talk to people in real time from around the world. Is just utterly amazing. You know, no walls. You know, and you all did hear about what happened to Trump's wall, right? You all did hear, you saw that breaking news, right? Apparently, let me show you this suspect. He tore down Trump's wall. And let me show you this suspect, and then I'm going to get on off here. Let's see here. Yeah, this guy is crazy. But he tore down Trump's wall. And I'm going to bring up his picture because I'm shocked. And he and matter of fact, here's a picture of him tearing it down right here. I got this for you all. This is breaking news. And I can't believe this guy did this. And so, I mean, this is not political here. I mean, you want the wall, you want it, but this guy did not want the wall. And he bust down the wall. I give you the Kool-Aid man. He tore down Trump's wall. You can see right here, there's Trump's wall. And allegedly, he did say, oh, yeah, when he busted down the wall. So I don't, you know, I don't know if that wall's going to hold up to the Kool-Aid man. I mean, look. He don't give a damn. He ain't got no pants on, and he still tore down the wall. And so I'm just letting you all know, all you MAGA people, you know, all you MAGA people that listen to the podcast, Kool-Aid man tore down the wall, and I don't know what you all are going to do. So I can't help you all. This is, it was breaking news. I got up this morning, and when I saw this on my phone, I about had a heart attack. So, you know, I just, you know, but he went back over the wall because, you know, he figured out that Xbox ain't got no games. But I still can't believe he went ahead and did that. So, but it's so you know, I mean, I just don't know if that wall's going to hold up when you got a giant Kool-Aid man running through your wall and he ain't got no pants on. So this just so you know, I mean, you know, I don't get it. So I do not get how in the world they do that. So, you know, but I ain't never seen nothing like that before. We got to ask Trump about this. So, I mean, because if somebody's going to just tear down your wall, he ain't got no pants on. That's pretty bad. So, but all right, guys, we're going to get on off here. It's 8:15. I do have to go ahead and start getting ready. So, but shout out to, man, everybody around the world, and a big shout out to Mr. Wildebeest there. Like I said, William, we have the honor system here where I'm assuming that you're where you are. And, you know, I may go over there and land. And if not, I may get Lincoln Clay. We may come over there and whoop some ass if you ain't there. Gonna tear up that island. So, you know, but again, beautiful culture over there. Looks like beautiful people over there. And this goes to show you, man, we this is international now, you know, like I said. But shout out to everybody that's here. So shout out to JP Loco, Sam Ash, Yo Mighty Spartan Guy, Mario Sana. Let's see here. Who did I not get? KOP 901. Have a good day at work. I'm going back. What am I doing today? After I get logged back into Steam, I am going to go and get my movie tickets. And then I'm going to go and take my mom out to breakfast. So, but that is my plans today. Shout out to who did I miss here? Who did I miss? Did I miss anybody? Oh, yeah, El Matador. Shout out to you, brother. Let's see here. Yeah, again, shout out to the RGT podcast. Was on it yesterday. Big shout out to Porter Rock 77. Shout out to Next Gen 720, and big shout out to J Dub City. But shout out to everybody that came by. I do appreciate everybody coming by early this morning. And you all have a good, blessed day and keep it gaming. And you all take care. Peace.